Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I hope y'all had a great week this past week. I know I did. As I promised you last Sunday, I was sitting on my computer at 9, ready for the market to open at 9:30 on Monday because I anticipated that there were going to be some really big market gains to be made with this little dip. So today we're going to answer the question, did tariffs end the market? Here we go. So in a manner of speaking, these tariffs actually kind of did break the market. We went from about 6,100 points in the S&P 500 here, all the way down to last Tuesday of just above 4,900 points. That's quite a significant drop over the last 2 months. Now, if you do see here, we finished the month, finished last Friday, this past Friday, at 5,300 points. So a bit of a comeback. Again, I think all this dropping here is because of the tariffs, allegedly because of the tariffs. And market sentiment fell even further when that deadline loomed where the tariffs would go into place. And now, again, the reason I suspect why the market went back up midweek last week is because Trump suspended the tariffs for most countries for 90 days. The reason why I don't think it jumped as high as it could have is because he's continuing his full court press on China. Now, again, if you're looking at the screen and seeing a bunch of red and saying, John, oh my gosh, the market's dying, we're over. While the market may be broken in the short term, if we go to a 5-year outlook in the long term, we can see that, yes, while there's this huge dip over in this area here, there's been dips before. Now, is it a little bit of a faster dip? Yes. Will that correlate to a faster recovery? No. But if we max this out to the max time frame here, over time, the market has always gone up. Allegedly, please don't sue me. But the market has always gone up, right? We can see that here. I can't guarantee the market will go up now, but over time, as long as companies do well, which again, our companies in the United States are still doing business, the market will continue to go back up and your retirement stuff will recover. All right, to close this out for today, I'm going to discuss what I did, what I would have done differently, and what I plan to do next time with the next dip. So what I did, I bought 3 stocks. Again, this is not saying you should have bought them or they're great picks. This is just what I chose based off the logic I came up with in my head. The 3 stocks I went with were Amazon, NVIDIA, and Truist. Kind of break those down real quick. So for Amazon specifically, I know a lot of their cheap products are probably made in China. So I knew tariffs on China would impact investor sentiment on their stock price. So I thought that'd be a good grab. NVIDIA, if you don't know who they are, they primarily do like microchips and stuff like that. They're operated out of Taiwan. And so I figure any import, it's a big company that really holds a lot of market cap for semiconductors. So I figured, okay, with these tariff scares, people would be concerned that computer chips will go up, and just about everything these days has a computer in it, from your cars, obviously computers do, but cars, cell phones, all these new technology essentials that we have in, the 2020s rely on that stuff. So I thought they'd be a good buy. And last but not least, Truist. I had no intent to buy Truist at the beginning. My dad and brother and I were chatting about stocks to buy last weekend before I made the video I made last weekend. And he just suggested, let's look at some different banks, because in his experience, when market dips like this happen, banks go down or bank stock price goes down. So we checked. I checked a couple of different banks, and I landed on Truist because they had the most significant percentage decrease in stock price from where they were at the time. Now, again, I can't tell you how soon I think these will recover. I can tell you just based on how the market closed, I made money on all 3 of them. Now, what I would have done differently, honestly, I would have just invested more. I felt a little analysis paralysis when looking at stocks. I did a ton of research Sunday night. By research, I just looked at a bunch of big company names that I knew. Again, Amazon, NVIDIA, Truist being 3 of those names. And I sat down and I thought, okay, who had the largest percentage decrease in stock value? Because I figured if they had, like a 25 or 30% decrease in stock value, again, assuming it was a good company, of course, then I believe those companies would see the largest return to value gains over time. And I would make more money there than a company that only lost 5% in value, who wasn't really impacted by the potential tariffs and all that good stuff. So that was my thought process there. The only thing I would do differently next time is just invest more money. But unfortunately, that's what I'm limited by is my income. I hope you all got something out of the last 2 videos over these last 2 weeks. Something I've been wanting to do on this channel is kind of push towards covering current events so I could help you all interpret them and see what you could do based off these current events to improve your financial situation. So I hope you learned something from this market dip. Again, it may not be over. I'm okay if it is. I'm okay to make my money and dump out and get back to dividend stocks. If you're wondering about those, I have a really great spreadsheet I'm excited for. I'm a super nerd. Excited for my spreadsheet. I think it's done, and I'll probably debut it in the coming weeks. It'll probably be after I do my video on my PCS move and how well it went. I got all my reimbursements back. So that's going to be our next series after, not this Easter Sunday, but the following Sunday after that, we'll start that series then. I hope you all got something out today. When you need to reach out for a financial coach, I hope you reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. If you're looking to take advantage of your financial situation, reach out and we'll get you started. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all in the next video.